interrupt. Silence is a virtue. Good evening and hello to you all. I hope somebody's here. Here is Harriet Blanca, and hello to the lovely Harriet Blanca. Now, the lovely Harriet Blanca has a real name. Her real name is Diane. I won't reveal her surname, but I say cheers to her today because Harriet Blanca, it is the birthday of Harriet Blanca, and she kindly wrote me a lovely little note today regarding your fun quizzes, she said. She said it's been an absolute delight over the last few days to help you out with the quizzes. Well, we hope Harriet can help out on her birthday. I don't know why she's here on her birthday. I would imagine you would surely, Harriet, have better things to do than hang around with reprobates like us with your quizzes. If you need assistance with them for the duration of your holiday, I'd be thrilled to help out. So thank you, Harriet Blanca. Big cheers to you. Tomorrow, this was yesterday, is my birthday. So we say happy birthday to you. I'm not going to sing because, frankly, it would be utterly appalling. It would scare the rats out of the orphanage. You know, that's how bad it would be. I should be at home for my celebrations by the time of your broadcast. I'm happy to help out with the scorekeeping if you so wish. If I'm delayed tomorrow, forgive me. Well, we forgive you anything, but you are here already, Harriet, so we hope you can join in this evening, and we might do another quiz, and the quiz will be in your honor tonight, Harriet Blanca, also known as Diane. And it's lovely to know you, Diane. So cheers, happy birthday to Diane. Nonetheless, you said, count me in to assist, as long as you need a wingman or a Debbie McGee. Well, I'd rather have you than Debbie McGee. Debbie McGee is not someone I'd want in my orbit. Anyway, thank you ever so much for your lovely email, Harriet Blanca, also known as Diane. So thank you to you. You are an absolute national treasure and a star, and you've made people happy by bringing back our quiz. And that has been something that's brought pleasure to lots of people. So cheers to you. Here we are, a little community of a few little people. We're not as big as some of these other channels. And I will be going perhaps on the other channel of Mr. Sean Atwood, for example, because he has asked me to go on his channel to talk about something. But this little channel is a little different. We talk about things that are not just about crime or craziness. We talk about things that are pleasant also. So, let's think about that. And today I've had a wonderful experience. So I will talk about that. I've been on Radio 4, just to mention, I was not personally on it, about Grace Dent's new book. So Grace Dent is a food critic. She is a wonderfully happy, jolly lady and jovial, and she writes columns for magazines about food and drink. She's written a book called Comfort Eating. Well, comfort eating is something we all rather like to indulge in, I would say. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of comfort eating. So I chose to mention something, and I ended up on her podcast program on Radio 4, on Woman's Hour, on the BBC. Now, I've made it my goal, and my friend Peter Cherry, a lovely gentleman from Broadstairs, um, we made a bet that how many times could I appear on Saturday Live on Radio 4. Well, I've managed about a few appearances in the last few months, but then the Reverend Richard Coles left the program. So today I got myself onto BBC Radio 4 Woman's Hour. It's a wonderful thing to be included on a female program as a man. I don't understand why they included my comment. There must have been plenty of women who sent lots of comments, but they loved my comment about mini cheddars. And as I said, other brands are available. But no, I love mini cheddars. Mini cheddars are my comfort food. If I feel down, I open a packet of mini cheddars. I have a gin and tonic, I open a packet of mini cheddars. If I have a glass of wine, I open a packet of mini cheddars. Mini cheddars are my go-to thing. Now, many of you have other go-to things, so please tell me your go-to things. That would be fascinating to share with our audience. Some people, like the lady sitting next to me to my right, she loves a Weetabix with 5 spoons full of sugar, and she likes a glass of rosé or whatever else to go with it. People like different things, so Alexis likes a mini cheddar, double Gloucester. Good ones. No, Alexis Parr, lovely lady and absolutely great, but I don't agree with you. I like original mini cheddars. I would not go for other varietals. But thank you, Alexis, for your kind contribution. Paulie likes pork pies. Oh, I do love a good pork pie. I'm with you, Paulie. But pork pies can be awful. Some of them are absolutely in the gutter. You've got to have a good pork pie. It's very hard to find. Of the magnets, that's what he always serves me up when he buys me a beer. So I don't mind a scampi fry. Mother Duck makes a great shepherd's pie. There you go. That's great comfort food. Shepherd's pie. Jeffrey Archer loved to serve it with Krug. I can tell you his parties were fantastic. He served shepherd's pie with Krug. A lovely dish combined. A lovely accompaniment. Tea Toast and Tarrant likes mustard on a sausage sarnie. Well, that's your comfort food. I love a sausage. And I love a sausage sarnie, yes. A bacon sandwich, always with HB sauce, though. That's the way it would be for me. But this lady called Grace Dent has written a book. It's called Comfort Eating, sorry. And it's inspired by her podcast. I urge you to listen to her podcast and buy her book. She's wonderful. I had a friend, a lady who used to like to take me to McDonald's in Knightsbridge when I was young. And we'd buy the 99 pence burgers. And then we'd take them to the Lennox Gardens where I lived. And we'd sit in the garden and we'd have 99p burgers and a bottle of Chablis. That was wonderful. Down here in Saint-Tropez, we've been having mini cheddars along with rosé. And our local rosé here that we really like has a ridiculous name. It's called Crazy Tropez. Now, I don't know who the hell makes it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't endorse it. I'm not responsible for it. But it's jolly good. We're enjoying having a bit of fun, having a bit of crazy trepay with our mini cheddars. We do love a mini cheddar, and we have been enjoying many mini cheddars today. I love mini. I'm running out fast of mini cheddars. I don't know where you can buy them in France. I hope they sell them somewhere because it's going to be very scary for me if I run out of mini cheddars. Please send mini cheddars. Mini cheddars need to be sent urgently. Please send them to France. Please send them to the south of France. Matthew Steeples is running out of mini cheddars. He's going to have a heart attack if he doesn't have his mini cheddars. Anyway, so there we are. I have to say, Grace Dent has written this wonderful book, which sounds like fun, comfort food. It's all the things we love. I actually love corned beef hash. One of the things I truly miss. And my neighbor Barbara, an absolutely delightful lady, I said I miss having this from my childhood. She made it for me. That's a comfort food for me. I love corned beef hash. It's beef from a tin, cheap, nasty beef, but it's actually very expensive to buy now. But that is a wonderful thing to eat. Fish finger sandwiches. Now, I like it on cheap white bread. And on the program today on Radio 4 Women's Hour, they were going on about sourdough, and some of them loved sourdough, some hated sourdough, and some were in the middle. No. If I like Vogel's bread with my fish finger sandwich, to be honest, I'd have Vogel's. But equally, I don't mind a bit of white bread. Love a bit of white bread, but chop off the edges. I don't like the edges when I have a fish finger sandwich. And I love a bit of Heinz ketchup, and I love a bit of tartar sauce or whatever. Can mix it up with anything. I'm not that fussy about the extras, but I love bird's eye fish fingers. I'm not into pretentious foreign fish fingers. These things will do. I'm very specific. Alexis has been in partridges today. Well, Alexis is terribly smart, isn't she? Alexis, well done you. You've been shopping in partridges. I don't know what Min will have to say about this, but we may allow Min a comment. Alexis has been in partridges shopping today.
What?
Alexis has been in partridges.
It's what?
Oh, she doesn't listen. I'm terribly sorry. I did try. The audience participation is very weak.
Too far away.
Anyway, so there we go. Well, Alexis has been in partridges, so there we go. Jill asks, "Where's Min?"
I'm here.
She says she's here.
I'm here.
But Alexis has been in partridges.
What?
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. There is no point trying to have a dialogue. Where did I dine today? I dined today
Chez Madeleine.
in Chez Madeleine in Saint-Tropez, an absolutely glorious, wonderful place in the marketplace just next to the fish market in Saint-Tropez. I urge you to try it. It is a place where you just turn up, you cannot book. Everyone is treated the same. It is a very welcoming, lovely place. And you can have seafood or you can have a rotisserie. That is all they serve. And you sit at the table and you sit there with stars or you sit there with tourists. It's a bit of a mixture. But it's a lovely place, and I've been going there for a number of years, and it's an absolute delight. So please go there. I urge you to try out Chez Madeleine, just off the port in
Fish
Saint
market.
Tropez. It's next to the fish market. The lady in the background is shouting, which I've told her she must not do. No, please be quiet. Thank you. You're not to shout in the background. Thank you. Anyway, so we'll move along to another topic, which will be the Scottish by-election. Well, it looks like Dishy Rishi's little regime are not going to do well in Scotland. The by-election last night, 17,845 votes says it all. The indicator is Sir Keir Starmer's path to Downing Street will now be far more navigable. Labour have defeated the SNP with a 20% swing. Scottish politics is going back to that before 2010. 59% of the share of the vote this time versus it will now be 61% for Labour. So Labour are on the up. Labour are on the up in Scotland. And if Labour are on the up in Scotland, Labour can possibly form a government for the entire nation of the UK. This is the big problem that this country has. We have no real opposition. This SNP will lose seats, obviously, in Scotland. The Conservative Party will lose seats in Scotland. The SNP, however, remain on tack. They are sticking around about 48% for Scottish independence. Now, I am a unionist. I believe in the union. I love Scotland. I love the time I've spent in Scotland. As a child, I used to spend time at Altmahara in the Highlands and in Leg and Oban and all those places that I used to go to, Iona, Staffa. I was regularly I love Scotland. I'm actually considering moving to the Shetland Islands. I actually would love to live on the Shetland Islands because I actually have having watched this detective series, I actually love the place. I've never been there, but I would like to go there. If I could go somewhere next, I can live anywhere, and if I could go anywhere next, it would be the Shetland Islands. And I'm so sad to see the degradation of the United Kingdom. But if I were a Scottish person, I can't blame them for hating the United Kingdom because we have let down everybody as part of our nation. More Scottish people voted against Brexit, and Brexit has been a failure and a disaster, and I can't blame the Scots. I don't like the Welsh. I would never ever go and live in that place. But I would not. Northern Ireland, I don't know. I've been to, but I would like to go and visit Ireland probably, but I would not be allowed to live in Ireland. So the Shetland Islands interest me. Anyway, no. Going back to this matter, It looks likely that the Conservative Party will fall in Scotland. They did not even get their deposit back. This is laughable. This is shameful. Shame on Rishi, Dishi, whatever you call himself, Sunak. He hasn't worked hard enough. He hasn't tried hard enough. He's a waste of space. Labour have doubled their representation from 1 to 2 seats. Well, that's hardly important, but it is a 50% increase. But if this is an indicator, it's an indicator that the future will do well for the Labour Party and the future will do very badly for the Scottish National Party. The stickiness of independence, well, it's around 48%. It's still not enough to tip the balance. And I'm glad to hear that, because I don't want the union to end. I believe in the union. I believe that Britain is a great country together, as I believe the European Union is a great thing together. I think that Britain should consist of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and also the islands like Guernsey and the Isle of Man and Jersey. I think we should all stick together. I think together we are worth more as a sum of the whole parts. And that is what I believe in. But that is my personal belief. But I don't see how this is a beneficial state of affairs. Anyway, it was declared a dramatic victory by Sir Keir Starmer. And Sir Keir Starmer, to me, is as much use as the chocolate bus ticket. He's absolutely useless. He has been saying Scottish politics have fundamentally changed. It's our best by-election result since World War II. Well, yes, he is right. The Labour Party is scoring goals. Rishi Sunak is proving himself as absolutely hopeless. I cannot criticize that. Absolutely ludicrous. But nonetheless, he is not a great Prime Minister. So there is nothing further to say on that topic, on him. We'll move on to another topic, which will be something a little more light-hearted. Now, it doesn't matter that this is actually a horrible story, but this is something that made me laugh today. A worker who injured himself fleeing an aggressive seagull on a rooftop settled his case against 6 firms. So this man who worked as a rooftop worker has been paid out over, we don't know the actual sum, but he's been paid at least $60,000 in damages against 6 companies. So he could have been paid a hell of a lot more for being placed in a situation where he had to go on a roof. And in Ireland, the Irish Independent report that this man climbed onto a rooftop and he got threatened by a seagull and he ran off and then he fell into a door and he hurt himself. And then he got 4 stitches to his deep hand wound, and then he had to return a week after to have the stitches removed. And he got at least $60,000 from 6 firms because he was placed in a situation where the company failed in their duty of care to provide adequate measures to control seagulls being close to him. This is ridiculous. And this is in Ireland, so it's nothing to do with the British government, but isn't this absolutely crackpot crazy? You know, this man has been given huge amounts of money. So 6 firms have paid him. 6 firms. It's not one firm. The firms that have paid him were Vector Workplace, Facility Management, Aramuck Property Services, Aramuck Island Holdings, Rohan Holdings, Jones Lang LaSalle, Jones Lang LaSalle Services, and others. So there you go. This man has literally walked onto a roof and he got attacked by a seagull and he gets hundreds of thousands of dollars. Isn't that absolutely laughable? This is the world gone crackpot crazy. You know, if I'd been bitten by a rat in the street, who do I sue? Should I sue Kensington Chelsea Council if I'm in Kensington, or Broadstairs, you know, Craig McKinley, my local MP, if it's in Thanet? Absolutely ludicrous. This man has managed to get 6 different firms to pay him because he nearly got hurt by a seagull and he had to run inside and he hurt his hand on the door. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely not brilliant. These people have gone too far. This is like having the dreaded family in America who I used to deal with, whose names escape me, the Henry family. Mr. and Mrs. Henry paid for their daughter to have the biggest party in America, and they profited from doing ambulance chasing. Why do we need this in Europe? And this is an absolutely shameful thing that this is coming our way. So I'm disgusted by hearing about this. So I will not be promoting the Henry family because there's no point in me talking about it. I've talked about it in the past, but there we go. So no, absolutely revolting. The next topic will have to be Holly Willoughby. Willoughby has been the victim of an alleged kidnap plot. Now, Holly, Dolly, Wally, Golly, whatever you want to call her, which I wasn't allowed to say on another channel, I don't like her. She's a queue-jumping piece of rubbish. She's absolutely annoying. But that does not mean people should go around kidnapping her. And supposedly today, some fat fool who is called Gavin Plum of Pottersfield in Harlow, Essex, has been arrested for trying to kidnap her. Now, that's not correct. Nobody should try and kidnap Holly, Wally, the Golly, Dolly, whatever she is, Willoughby. She is thoroughly gross and annoying, but the man who tried to kidnap her, who was pictured in 2014 in the photograph that has been shared by the BBC online, who has been remanded in custody. Well, he looks like something who should be left in the lavatory. He has got no quality to him either. He is certainly someone who should be put down the plumber. His name is Gavin Plum. I think he should be plumbed down the plonk where he belongs. He is accused of soliciting, encouraging, persuading, endeavouring to persuade or proposing to a third party to murder Willoughby. Now, this is where it gets even more. Poor Miss Willoughby. I feel sorry for Miss Willoughby. Miss Willoughby is a harmless woman, without doubt. There is no need to attack Miss Willoughby in this way. He is accused of soliciting, encouraging, persuading, endeavouring to persuade or proposing to a third party to murder Willoughby between Tuesday and Thursday. So this is what this horrible man has been arrested for. Now, Miss Willoughby is not someone of quality, in my view, but it doesn't mean that she should be targeted in this horrible way. Miss Willoughby is entitled as much as you or I to be left alone. She does her job as a television presenter. I don't think her television presenting is of high quality. I think it's particularly weak. But Miss Willoughby does not deserve this kind of treatment. So it is fair that she is being protected by the police. But now Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has even come out to offer Willoughby his support. He will be giving an interview on This Morning. Oh, please. Oh, Rishi Dishy, stop trying to leap on the angle. Lorraine Kelly has been supporting and sending Harley her love. Well, they're all entitled to do whatever they wish. But I say this. Why don't we do something about the previous toxic presenters of these programs, the likes of Schofield, Wootton, and all the others? Come on. Man up, grow up, show up, and actually give us some voice on these topics. And we love you, Lorraine Kelly, but come on, Lorraine. Speak up, Lorraine. As for Rishi Sunak, well, I don't expect anything of you. You're a waste of space. You're as much use as a chocolate teapot. Don't bother. But Gavin Plum, terrible. And Holly Willoughby deserves everyone's sympathies at this time. But there we go. I shall leave it at that, on that particular topic. And here we are. We're still chatting away at 33 minutes. So I think we've gone through the food. We've gone through the Seagull. Now, Charles Brandreth and Nicola Sturgeon have been making a program. Unlike the Union, we love Giles, we all hate Nicola. No one likes the sturgeon fish. But supposedly we need to tune at 3 a.m. to Rosebud on his Twitter, and you can hear the conversation. So I urge you all to do that. I think that could be quite interesting. I will be doing such myself, but it will probably be at some weird hour of the day or night, because I don't know what time of day or night it is right now. I'm completely in different time zones. But let's tune in and enjoy that. So The money is still missing in Scotland down to the SNP. Yes, it is still missing down to the SNP. The Scottish cranky woman, I wouldn't trust her with a barge pole. You are quite correct. Do not trust her. It would be nice if some of you trusted me enough to send me a donation, but I don't seem to get many donations this evening. So, anyway, I don't understand how that works. I've yet to understand the world of the Twitterati and the YouTube. So, I don't know how it works. Sending an amount of money or something as a gift, but Nicola Sturgeon got given caravans. What have I been given? Next to nothing. I say still, cheers to you all, but nobody seems to send me anything. Not many. Bottle of gin here or there. Don't mind that. But it would be very lovely if you sent donations. So there we go. Well, my call out on that score seems to have reached 0. So clearly it does not work asking people to give money via the internet. That was just a test. Don't care. Don't give any more. Thank you very much. Nicole sends her love. Well, thank you, Nicole, for your love. Solway Firth needs only fans. Rose A. Budd says you get paid once a month. Well, I haven't been paid anything, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. I sit here doing this. I don't know why. It's completely crackers of me to do it. There we go. Come to Edinburgh and I'll give you my love in person. Well, I may come to Edinburgh at some point, but not quite the nearest point. Jill Williams says she can't afford to send donations because of the cost of living crisis. Well, that's fair enough. I'm not asking anyone to donate anything to me. I'm just inquiring. But here we are. We've had one donation, a Rosebud Amay. I sent $4.99. That's very generous. Thank you. I didn't expect you to do that. I was just challenging how the system works. I don't understand YouTube. Oh, wow. £2 from Daniel Wildgoose. Shout out to everyone, including Lauren and OU Group. Thank you, Daniel, for your £2. That's very generous. I have to advertise the super chat, says Mark Silver. I don't know what that means. I've utterly no idea. I don't understand. In due course. Oh, and £5 from Melissa. That's very kind of Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. You should be getting monetized as your channel is now monetized, says Janice. Well, not yet. No, don't know. We'll see what happens. Nicola says, I'll bring gin and mini cheddars to the magnet. Well, I will be back at the magnet in due course, probably in November. And thank you to William Park for £2. That's very kind of you. How very generous. Jill Williams says, not good to be asking for money. I am not asking for money. I just wanted to understand how the system worked. Actually, Jill Williams. So if you don't like me asking about things, you can bug off. Sorry. I don't appreciate being told what to do. I don't understand. I'm trying to learn about how this platform works. I have utterly no comprehension of how it works. So please don't try and patronize me, because frankly, you are rude. This is very rude indeed. I am not begging for money. How dare you? I don't wish to I just wish to understand how it worked, because people send money. I don't understand how they do it. So I was simply asking a question, and you were being very rude by saying, begging. How dare you? I'm not a beggar. You're the beggar, and you should bugger off. How dare you, awful woman. Good comeback, Matthew. Precisely. I'm sorry. I don't like people calling me a beggar. That's very, very, very rude. That person should bugger off. Bye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Nobody talks to me in that manner. I'm not begging. I was trying to understand how the system works. I don't understand this system. It is a complicated matter, but I have to understand how it works. That is the only thing I have to do. Thank you very much to Wendy Palmer, who has sent £1.99, and Sammy G, who's just sent £20. That's very kind, Sammy G. You are a very, very generous person. But I don't understand the format. £5 from Simon Coates. Please get some antiphon bite and sting cream and stop scratching. I'm not scratching, it's the person in the background who's making all the noise. I do apologize for the noise, but there we go. But no, I don't understand the whole system of this YouTube thing. I have to understand it. I am not technological. I wish I had somebody wise to explain it. My supposed business partner is about to come and help me, but I don't think he really understands any of this either. So we will see what happens. But equally, I do not need these nasty comments from vicious, vitriolic people. Shame on them. Anyway, we're now at 22:43. And if our friend is available, we might start our quiz, because that might be the better thing to do. And then we can all have an early night and go to bed. So, I don't know. We all need to be kind and polite. You don't need to be kind and polite. You just need to be yourselves. I have no problem with people being themselves. I just don't like people who are rude and obnoxious. That's all. I am myself. Harriet is ready, and it's a wonderful happy birthday yet again to Harriet. So we're going to choose a random page. I don't know if we've done this quiz before, but I hope we haven't. Right, question number 1. Are you ready for your quiz? Are you ready for your quiz? Good luck and good gardening to you all. Question number 1 is, before reunification, the German Democratic Republic was commonly known as what? No, you're wrong, hey tiger. You're wrong, wild goose. The winner is Anna Perkins with East Germany. Question number 2. Brendan Foster is now a leading television commentator on which sporting activity? This is obviously an outdated book, so please provide the answer based on the date 2001. Right, the winner is Simon Coates with athletics. Question number 3. To a reproduction of which painting did artist Marcel Duchamp famously add a moustache and a beard? Question number 3. The winner with Mona Lisa is Anna Perkins. So I hope you're noting this down, our dear coordinator. Question number 4. Which 17th century English poet wrote a poem about his blindness? A very easy question in my mind. It was not Byron. It was not Chaucer. It was not Mozart, and it wasn't David Blunkett. It wasn't Ray Charles, and it wasn't Tennyson. So you're really rather stupid, most of you. It wasn't Wordsworth. Bambi Debonair gets the answer with Milton. Yes, Bambi Debonair wins with Milton. But to suggest those other people, my goodness. I think you all like having a laugh. I think you're quite funny, but frankly, your answers are never going to win because they're not the right answer. So you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Next question. Question number 5. In politics, the Suez Crisis followed which country's nationalization of the Suez Canal? The winner is Hey Tiger with Egypt. Hey Tiger gets the point. So let's record Hey Tiger as having the point. You like to go up and down the Nile, probably. Anyway, question number 6. Which actor played Count Laszlo Almasi in the 1996 film The English Patient? The winner is Bambi Debonair, even though she doesn't spell it correctly, with Ray Fiennes. Thank you. Ray Fiennes, great actor, wonderful actor. Question 7. On the World Wide Web, which country is represented by .ch? .ch. It is not Blackpool. The winner is Lauren L. Lauren with Switzerland. Lauren is the winner. Question 8. In food, silverside is a British cut of which meat? If you don't know the answer to this, you were born in a barn. Right. The winner is Anna Perkins with beef. Question 9. In the children's television show, which Teletubby loves to wear his hat? It was not Biff. It wasn't Lulu, Pinky, Po, Tinky, Winky. No. No, none of you got it yet. It wasn't Lala. It wasn't Cilla Black. It wasn't Poe. It wasn't Cilla Black. You seem to think it was Cilla Black, many of you. Make Matthew Great Again is getting close. The winner is the person called Daniel Wildgoose with Dipsy. But we must not allow consulting quiz books, but I hope Daniel did not do that. But anyway, he got there in the end because he also consulted other answers first. So, Daniel, please don't try and trick the book. But you may have got it genuinely the second time round, but there we go. Anyway, question number 10. In geography, the Yellow Sea is an inlet of which ocean? It's not Frank Bruno. The winner is Matt Grant with Pacific. Matt Grant gets the point. Matt Grant. Question number 11. In history, the politician George Lansbury was a member of which party?
You do.
It was not Jimmy Savile. He was not Tory. He wasn't Conservative. He wasn't a snowflake. He wasn't a Liberal. Claudia wins with Labour. Claudia is the winner. Question 12. In UK politics, who first challenged Margaret Thatcher for leadership of the Conservative Party in 1990? Of course, somebody who I rather like, but I also love Margaret as well. So I like both of them. The winner is Matt Grant with Heseltine. Michael Heseltine. Michael is an absolutely wonderful gentleman, and he's fighting for our country, and he's an absolutely fantastic person who's still alive, and I love and adore Michael. Absolutely great gentleman. Anyway, next question. Question 13. In which film did the Beatles first appear together? We need the entire name of the film. I will not accept anything other than the entire name of the film. Bambi Debonair wins with Hard Day's Night, but you should have said A Hard Day's Night. But Bambi Debonair gets the point.
I agree.
Question 14. In classical music, in which European city did the composer Chopin die? It was not Berlin. The winner is Bambi Debonair with Paris. So there we are on that front. Right, this is proving a rather long quiz to go. So I shall top up my glass. Anyway, nonetheless, question 15. Which artist's daughter Paloma is a jewelry designer and scent creator. Bambi Debonair wins yet again with Picasso. Question 16. Diwali is a major festival in which religion? No, it's not Indian. Matt Grant wins with Hinduism. Matt Grant can take the point. Matt Grant gets the point. Question 17. In history, Khalid served as king of which country from 1975 until his death? It was not Italy. It was not Spain. It was not Blackpool. It was not Pakistan. It was not Morocco. It wasn't Turkey, France, Peru. The winner is Saudi with Saudi Arabia. Saudi paid attention to the question. So if you don't pay attention to the question, you can't expect to be in the game. So sorry to the rest of you who are moaning that you did not hear the question. The question was quite clear. Question 18. This is one of my favorite films ever. So if you don't answer this correctly, you're worse than the village idiot. In film, which English actress played Miss Kenton in the 1993 period drama, which was the most joyous film of my life? I remember sitting in the cinema watching it with my father. The Remains of the Day. The answer was not the Wild Geese. It was not the King of Bottoms. It was not the Remains of the Day. The answer is not Cilla Black. I know you love Cilla Black and going on about stupid old Cilla. Priscilla White was frankly ghastly. It was not Coffee and Cigarettes. You have failed to understand the question. It was not Deirdre Barlow of Coronation Street. It was not Jurassic Park. The winner is Nana Buster with Emma Thompson. You have answered the question correctly. Deirdre Barlow. Seriously. That is terribly low, bro. And the final questions are, the penultimate questions are, how many adrenal glands are there in the human body? Simon Coates wins with 2. So Simon Coates gets the points for that. Final question, which tea clipper is on display at Greenwich? Which tea clipper is on the winner is Daniel Wildgoose, with Cutty Sark. Harriet Blanca says Bambi wins. Anna Perkins. Matt Grant tied for second. There we go. Thank you very much to you all for joining in with this quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. You seem to love this quiz more than I do, but when I go back to England, I will find a new quiz book, hopefully involving Anne Robinson, because Anne is the reason this quiz has been so dear. And without Anne, it wouldn't appeal. So we need to find the Anne Robinson quiz books. So if any of you are out there, if you want to send me something useful, please send me Anne Robinson quiz books, but not the existing one that I've got. Send me other ones because I think we should continue the Anne Robinson quiz because you all seem to love it so much. So let's have fun with that, and let's get a sponsor for the quiz, and then maybe points might mean prizes. That's what I would like to happen. I'd like you all to win. So I don't know how that works, but let's find how we can make this quiz into something else. So maybe we can start our own quiz, and I can have my own sponsors for a quiz because you seem to all love this quiz. You are very quiz friendly. You're quiz-tastic. So let's see what happens. Cheers to you, and cheers to me, and cheers to me if we disagree. I wish you all happiness galore. Have a lovely evening, and best wishes to you all. Take care, lots of love, good gardening, and as Jill Dando would always say, don't have nightmares. Take care.